Hey guys, welcome back to Sex with S. My name is Solani M and I am the sex conversationalist. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, and thank you so much for coming back and tuning in. If you are new, please look around your screen. I'm pretty sure there's a red subscribe button somewhere there. Tap on it, join us, and let's chat about sex, baby. I want to just like tell you guys about my experiences with contraceptives and where I'm at, my stance on them. Yeah, so everything that I'm saying here is very much my personal view of things. Like, I could be wrong, I really could be wrong, but this is how I do things and this is how I go about things in my life. And yeah, do with the info as you please. So firstly, I just want to like basically explain what a contraceptive is. A contraceptive is a measure put in place to prevent pregnancy. So they come in many forms. Condoms are contraceptives. We have IUDs, we have pills, we have injections, we have patches. What else? The morning after pill is also like a short term, or yeah, it's a short-term preventative measure. So there's a lot of options. And in my opinion, that already is what's wrong with the whole system. It might not work for you. Maybe you're gonna have to try that one. Maybe you're gonna have to, there's just weirdness for me around contraceptive. So I have used two of these, the morning after pill and the condom. I'll just start and tell you about the condom. The condom is not bad at all. It makes sense. It makes sense as a contraceptive because I fall pregnant when I take in sperm. So we're creating a barrier between sperm and me, so it can't get into me, so I won't fall pregnant. However, all the other preventative measures for me just don't make sense. Excuse the rain, guys. This is the 5th time I'm shooting this video and I'm not gonna stop because of the rain. Anyway, so the other types of preventions or contraceptives for me, they don't make as much sense as the condom does. That's why the condom will always be the contraceptive for me, you know. Oh, let me just tell you what the condom has, like the effects. There's only one thing that I didn't like about a condom, and it happened once, so I don't really think it's a problem with the condom. However, I got dry, like it made me really dry, but I don't think it was the condom. But because I was dry, the condom itself wasn't pleasant to feel inside my vaginal walls. It was very unpleasant. It was rubbing on my walls, causing friction and heating me up, like making me feel like I'm burning. So I didn't like that, but it only happened once. So I think it had a lot more to do with the size of the penis I was dealing with then than it did with the fact that I was using a condom. Anyway, so condoms make sense, and I think one thing that I know, some people are allergic to latex, so that's their big reason for not using condoms. I get it, but I think we can maneuver around it. There are other options of condoms that aren't latex, so I think we can always maneuver around that. So condoms make sense. So okay, let me just tell you guys about my morning after pill experience. The first time I took a morning after pill, I probably was having sex for the second time in my life, but I was just boost paranoid. I'm sorry, but I was thoroughly paranoid. Like, I just didn't want to fall pregnant, and I was going to do anything it takes to make sure I don't fall pregnant. Little did I know that the morning after pill itself doesn't make sure of anything. Literally all the prevention or contraceptives available don't guarantee not falling pregnant. Again, that's a flaw. Anyway, so yeah, so I took it, and I really didn't know what I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know what I was gonna feel. All I knew is that I didn't want to fall pregnant, and it was gonna help me make sure I don't fall pregnant. um so I took it. So I'll just tell you the things that I felt like just a few days after it, I felt nauseation, like I was highly nauseated. I was like, it was funny, it's like I took this thing and then it just led me straight into feeling all the symptoms that come with pregnancy. It was the worst thing ever. So it's like I'm trying not to fall pregnant. This thing itself is saying, I'm not 100% sure you won't fall pregnant. And then the next step it takes is, it makes me feel like I am pregnant. What the fuck is that? It's just shit. Anyway, so I was nauseous, like I was really just sick. And also I was in a big like fuzz, like just a dark space. My head wasn't right. I was like beyond the stress of not wanting to be pregnant. I was just like borderline dipping into depression. Like honestly, I'm not even exaggerating. It was just a dark phase, and I think it makes sense because it alters your hormones, and in your cycle you have days where you feel suppressed or like in a very dark zone, and it's natural. So what, and those are usually the days where you're least prone to falling pregnant. So what the pill does is basically take you to that day of your cycle. That's how I process it in my head. It basically took me to that day of the cycle where I'm not likely to fall pregnant, but actually not likely to fall pregnant, and I'm not great. I'm not the happiest person. And it wasn't nice, honestly. I won't even say it was bearable. It was, I bared with it, but I don't think it was necessary for me to go through that. But at the time, I was so misinformed, and just like, I just felt like because I was having sex, I deserved to deal with whatever that comes after. It was so like, it was almost justified that I was going through those things. So I did it. I had the pill a few more times after that, and it was the same thing. I was feeling the same thing. Oh, another thing that I didn't mention is how it postponed my period. Sorry, that made me angry. Till this day, it makes me angry because I look at my cycle and I think the one thing for me that confirms that I'm not pregnant is my period. It's the most natural confirmation that, hey, you're not pregnant. More like it just. But you know what? That pill that was supposed to help me be sure that I'm not pregnant, it took the only source of comfort that I could ever have and it pushed it a bit further. So that on its own was just stressful. It was like, I'm waiting for my period, but it's not coming. Contraceptives are like they're so normal in society that even when you're not engaging in unprotected sex, or even when you're not engaging in sex already, there's already so many reasons why you could be on any kind of contraceptive. Oh, it just proves to me that the contraceptives, like it's not preventing pregnancy, it's just altering your cycle. You get what I mean? And your cycle your cycle has to do with more than just reproduction. It has to do with the state your skin is in. It has to do with the state your mind is in. It has to do with how the things you attract in society. Like your cycle influences all these aspects of your life, and for you to, like, for me personally, to alter that cycle that touches so many parts of my life only because of one part, which is reproduction, it just doesn't make sense. So It just makes me very uncomfortable, and as a result I have made a conscious decision to never like ingest anything that alters with my cycle, throws my hormonal balances off, all for one reason, that's not to fall pregnant. I don't think it's good enough. So I'm not one to I'm not gonna say people shouldn't take the morning after pill or any other form of contraceptive, but at the same time I'm not gonna say go do it, you know, because I'm not gonna go do it. So yeah, I took that morning after pill. It made me feel all those things, and at the time it was fine. Like, I could deal with it. In hindsight, I didn't need to deal with it. And it's not okay that it's so normal. For like, in when I view things and I look at society and its place with contraceptives, I'm not happy with how okay we are with putting just like our natural state of being in the hands of medicine. I'm not sharp with that. And also, just to put it out there, I'm definitely not a person who trusts medicine or even doctors. Really, I do not. Anyway, so yeah, I've used those type of things. I wanted to point out another thing, like, this is more to do with our cycle as women. And also, I've just learned that also men, you have a cycle. You have a cycle. Nothing is linear. Like, you have a cycle. That's just how we are. Anyway, what I use into like for preventative measures, there are days where I'm ovulating and I'm prone to falling pregnant. I'm highly likely to fall pregnant. And there are days that I'm not ovulating and I'm not as likely. And there are days where I'm on my period and it's literally almost impossible for me to fall pregnant. And I don't think that was a mistake. I don't think nature, or it's a mistake that you have that cycle. I do think that it's a mistake that you want to control it instead of abide with the natural state of your body and its being. So here's something to point out about contraceptives. They're not 100% because they work with your hormones. They alter the cycle. I'm not okay with the fact that nature gives me days for free in my cycle where I am least prone to falling pregnant, but I want to force my body to be like that every day by ingesting medicine. It gets uncomfortable, the whole thing. So I'm not pro contraceptives at all, you know. So what I do, this is how I go about things. 5 days pre my period and 5 days post my period. Those 10 days are the only 10 days in my cycle where I will bet on myself. I will say, girl, let's have this unprotected sex. We're not catching anything. And it's been working for me, man. It's really been working for me. Any other day that's not in those 10 days, I'm not gonna engage in unprotected sex because I understand how my cycle works. So those are the only 10 days I allow myself to be reckless. I need people to understand that there is no day in the month where you are 100% sure that you will never fall pregnant. And for me, that's equating taking a contraceptive. It's like taking this thing that's just saying, well, maybe there's a chance you could fall pregnant, but we'll try to help you not fall pregnant. And then in real life, without taking these tablets, that's still just what your system says. Well, today the chances are slim, but it might happen. You know, your body just goes through all those things on its own without these contraceptive things in place. So why? I don't understand. So this brings me to where I'm at right now with my life. The only contraceptive I will ever be found using is a condom. It's the only thing that makes sense for me. And further than that, my cycle is so important to me. I just want to encourage people to try by all means to always see your body as a whole. I think I've said this before. Like, your vagina is not only there to pop out babies, you know. It does that, but it affects so many other things. It tingles sometimes when you put a penis in it, you know. So just see yourself as a whole. See everything as functioning for each other and with each other, which is what I try to do with my body. And it's just, it feels good. I won't even lie. It just feels so good to be in tune with who I truly am. Or yeah, and that's that on that, y'all. So I've been on those 2 contraceptives. I will never go on them. I will never go on any other form of contraceptive except for using a condom. 1, because I don't trust medicine. 2, because I just think my cycle is so sacred that I don't want to put it in the hands of a pill. I don't want to do that, and that's a me thing. And yeah, that's that on that. I tried to like make this video very informally informative. I hope it has been. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have not, please subscribe to my damn channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.